is a Bramble Jam podcast.
It's Tuesday, August 4th. Take the day off.
Good morning, everybody.
Take the day off.
Good morning. It is Tuesday. It is August 4th. And happy, we'll get to it, but happy National Chocolate Chip Day.
Happy National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. And Daryl, I see you right now. You're on the foot of the bed. You're listening to this pod. Maybe you're watching on YouTube. You subscribed. And you're putting on one sock. You got the second sock halfway on. And you just realized it's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. And that means you need to take that sock back off. You need to put on those pajama pants, get you a big bowl of cookie dough and a nice TV remote, and take the day off. Take the day, take the day, take the day, take the day, take the day.
Yes, it is good to be here today, celebrating this day. If it's your first time with us, welcome. You've only missed one episode,
You're good to go.
So congratulations to you. Go back yesterday if you want to, but don't take the day off for yesterday. Nut Day is come and gone.
Yeah, it's come and
But
gone.
today we do have a new day for you, a reason to take the day off. And so we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. But really quickly, if you haven't subscribed yet on your podcasting platform of choice, you can do that. Or if you want to watch us, if you want to watch the Palahu, what is it?
Palaku.
I have a hard time with it. If you want to watch it, you can do that by going to the YouTube. And you can subscribe to the Bramble Jam Podcast Network YouTube channel. And you're going to be able to see it every day at 5 a.m.
If you insist on going to work anyway, even though we tell you to take the day off, you want to start your morning with take the day off so you feel better or maybe more informed with your colleagues that also didn't take the day off, you can subscribe and just watch it on YouTube in the morning as you're getting ready.
That's exactly right.
You get to see old Palahaku every
That's
time.
exactly right. That's exactly right. And today is a really good day, a really good reason to take the day off. It is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. It's a day that is near and dear to our hearts.
Oh, for sure.
There is few things better in life than a good.
There are few things better in life.
There is, and there are very few things in life that are better than a good chocolate chip cookie.
That's right.
We're going to get to this in a little bit. We did ask you yesterday, how do you spice up those cookies? We got tons of responses.
Oh, so many.
If you want to be able to respond to us to the questions of the day, the best way to do that is to join Bramble Jam Plus.
That's right.
So not only will you get all of our shows ad-free, you won't have to listen to an ad in this show, but you will get all sorts of fun stuff. You'll be able to join a Facebook group if you join the Deck the Hallmark Plus tier or the All Access tier, and you'll be able to answer the questions of the day. And so lots of fun ways to interact with us and interact with the show and interact with people who are also Bramble Jam fans. And so go ahead, BrambleJamPlus.com is the way to do that for as low as $5 or a little bit lower if you sign up for a full year.
That's right.
Hey, do you want to talk about cookies?
I would love to talk about cookies. This is so exciting.
I called you on the phone today as we were in the 1 minute drive from our houses to the office. I couldn't wait to talk about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I can't wait to find out about this day. I can't wait to do the research. And you said, I've already done the research. No big deal. I already know how this day started and all that good stuff. And so I will hand it off to you, my good friend, to let people know how National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day did originate.
This dates back actually to the age of exploration. Christopher Columbus, if you can believe it, was traveling. And the reason that they were traveling across the Atlantic Ocean is they believed that they would get to the East Indies or Asia, where they would find spices and things of the Orient that they did not have available to them in Europe. And one of the things they couldn't wait to get was a chocolate chip cookie. Ooh. They wanted a chocolate chip cookie because they originated in Asia, as you well know. And as he crossed the Atlantic Ocean, unfortunately, he did not arrive to the chocolate chip cookie. But in his journeys, he thought it was so important that they declared a national for Italy chocolate chip cookie day.
Interesting. That is not what I found.
It isn't.
You know, and this is really interesting. On this past episode of History or His Story.
Did you use the internet?
I did.
Wow.
So this is just hearsay for you?
Look, it's a story that's been passed down for generations.
Well, you should not continue to pass it down. This past week on History of His Story, it was brand names. And all these amazing stories. And what I have found is, the Toll House cookies, right?
Yes.
The Nestle
Toll House.
Yes.
That's right.
Well, before Nestle bought it, it was actually a recipe that was created by Ruth Graves Wakefield in Massachusetts in 1938. So a little bit later than what you had heard.
So I missed it by about 500 years.
Yes, and the reason where the Toll House name came from, her husband ran the Toll House Inn. When you would go to stay at the Toll House Inn, there would be these cookies waiting for you.
So it's like what is it, Hampton Inn? What?
One of those ones that,
Doubletree.
the Doubletree. They go nuts about their cookies. They're like, trust us, they're fine. They're fine.
They're not, they're just okay.
But Ruth would make these cookies. They would be kind of an incentive. You stay at the Toll House Inn, you get these cookies, and people loved them. They flocked from far away to stay at this inn to eat these cookies. Nestle found out about it. They ended up buying the rights to the name Toll House, and the rest is history. And so this day is, yes, to celebrate cookies, but it's also to celebrate Ruth for creating. She's the first known person to put chocolate chips into cookies like this.
Wow.
She's the originator, and it's not a very old thing, 1938. It's not that long ago.
So when was National Cookie Day declared? What was it?
So, yes, is National Cookie Day an official holiday? That's questionable. Has the government gotten on board with it? No.
Can you take the day off? Yes.
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 Because here's the thing. Americans on average eat 18,928 cookies in their lifetime.
Wow.
I will eat.
You've probably already
18,928 cookies of any kind, mainly chocolate chip and Christmas cookies for me.
You're already. There's no way you don't surpass that number by the time you're 30.
Yes, there's a good chance. Yeah. But if that is not a reason to at least celebrate the day, then I don't know what is. And so this day has been kind of on the internet as we began to put together these national holidays. This is a day that just felt natural. So will you find it on your calendar? Maybe not. Will your boss question you? Maybe. But here is, I think, a good way to get around the questions is to simply make some chocolate chip cookies.
That's right.
And tomorrow, if you choose to go to work, although there's a reason why you shouldn't, we'll get to that tomorrow. Yeah. Bring those cookies in and just say, hey, here's how I celebrated National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. I wanted to. And so I think that chocolate chip cookies do tend to cover a multitude of sins.
And I would submit that if you're working, you decide to work on Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, that's un-American. I would submit that you are probably unpatriotic if you are like, no, work is more important than chocolate chip cookies. Yes. I think that's un-American.
Yes.
Just personal.
Dan, I do want to ask you before we take a break and we get to the question of the day, which is how do you spice up chocolate chip cookies? You are not a baker.
I'm not.
You have told me that you've never baked in your life.
I've never baked a cookie in my life.
So if you were to go to your local store, you fancy the Publix.
Yes.
If you were to buy a cookie, what is a store-bought cookie that you would go out of your way to buy?
There's not many good store-bought cookies in my mind. There just aren't. They're not soft enough. They just don't really. I mean, I guess those Chips Ahoy soft ones are fine.
Yep.
There are a few different companies that have the slice and bake method that I've had around the house that are good. But I'm not a big store-bought. If it's cookies kind of crumbly and crunchy, it's not really my thing.
Yeah, I would say if you're going to go to the store and you're going to buy cookies, the better way to do it is to buy the ones that you just break and bake them.
Yeah.
Because they take zero skill. If you can turn on an oven,
I've actually never done that.
You can turn.
I can turn on an oven. Okay. I've never done the slice and bake myself.
It's not hard. Yeah. It's not hard. You just pop, boom. And I would say and I have experience with this.
Yeah.
Pillsbury. I do this sometimes around the holiday season. Pillsbury makes these sugar cookies that have like a Christmas tree stamp on them.
Classic.
If you do those and you undercook,
you gotta undercook. You always undercook.
They're really good. They're really good.
You got to undercook.
And so I would say if you're going to do it, do the bake and break. And I know it's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, but if
you bake and then you break.
You could. This would be a little bit harder. I would encourage you break them first, then bake them.
Okay.
Because if you don't break them before you bake them, they'll kind of just go everywhere. It'll just be one giant like cookie cake kind of, which is a way you could do it too. Yes, the chocolate chip cookies do that, but also the Pillsbury sugars for bran. Top notch, top notch.
Mm-hmm. Top notch, top notch.
Hey, we're going to get to the question of the day. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about how some people spice up their cookies.
A lot of responses.
But we'll be right back. Take the day off. Get ready. Take the day off, everybody.
Take the day off.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to Take the Day Off. It is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, so happy National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day to you at home. If you're listening on the podcast, if you're watching on the YouTube, take the day off. That is what we are trying to get across. And today, we are asking the listeners, we asked you yesterday at the end of the show, how do you spice up your chocolate chip cookies? We got so many entries. If you want to send in your own answers, the best way to do that is to join Rainbow Jam Plus, rainbowjamplus.com to send in your answers today.
How to do it.
Dan, you've been scouring the answers.
That's right.
What are some that have stuck out to you, how our listeners are spicing up their cookies? And then we'll get to how we personally or our wives, our family members have done it in the past.
There are so many interesting answers on here. I want to know more from Liz, who says you make it a monster cookie. You add oatmeal, chopped peanuts, and mini M&Ms. That seems like a lot. If you have chocolate chips, mini M&Ms, oatmeal, and chopped peanuts, when we say monster, do we mean ingredients or just the size of the cookie?
We are going to either need A, pictures, or B, 1211 Lawrence Road, Suite C, Greenville, 29607. Send it.
Yes.
If you want to. If you want to.
Yeah, please do. Shelby says you throw some espresso powder in there. That is something I've not heard before. Interested in more on that. We do have a large conglomerate of people that say, why would you mess with a chocolate chip cookie? You just underbake them and you leave them alone.
A handful of people are throwing in something from yesterday, which is peanuts, peanut butter, throwing in that. I have an underbake, yes, but also for some potential add-ins to add a little spice, Elizabeth says to add some pretzels, some peanut butter chips, which I guess are just the peanut butter versions of chocolate chips, some white chocolate, some butterscotch, lots of different things that you can throw in to spice up some cookies if you're trying to appease the boss for taking the day off.
Yeah, I've got two more I want to read. One is from Marin, and Marin says, and I need a video of this, or just send me the cookies, whatever. Keep it in the fridge for 24 hours or more, and then, and this is the part that gets me, slam the pan down when they come out of the oven.
So slam the pan.
Slam the pan. Take the day. Slam the pan. So she puts them in the fridge.
Yes.
And then she puts the pan in the oven. When they come out, she gets them out, slams the pan. What does that do? I want a video, Marin. Send a video. We'll put it on the YouTube.
So you don't necessarily add anything different to the cookies. The trick, according to Marin, is to make the dough, put it in the... This is a big old commitment. This is days of thinking about cookies. Can you imagine this?
Yeah.
24 hours of the dough just being in the fridge, and then I'm guessing you roll them like normal, put them in the oven for a standard bake time. Is that what she's getting at? When you take them out of the oven, then you slam them?
Yeah, you take them out of the oven and you slam. Next, and I can't get to this entire cell because I'm still only view only on this sheet. Colleen and I you have to send these now. There's no way around this. You put this on here. You have to send us cookies. One, I make the best chocolate chip cookies. Two, they're the best straight out of the oven, and that's the only way I eat them. Three, dark brown sugar is the key, as is, and I run out of room at that point.
Chocolate. Lots of chocolate chips is what she says.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Send us the cookies. I'm just saying.
And then Jessica said cinnamon, which I've never tried before. Cinnamon chocolate chips. And then I do see a couple of people mentioning sea salt.
Sea salt.
Which I have recently gotten into. Last month it was Christmas in July. Yeah. We our good friends from Shirley's Popcorn, they sent us some salted dark chocolate popcorn.
That's right.
Which was really, really good.
Delicious.
I'm not a dark chocolate fan. I've never done sea salt, but I do know that's a thing. My wife really likes dark chocolate sea salt.
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting, while we're talking about the sea salt, your wife made some cookies this past weekend with your kids. Mm-hmm. Your boys were emphatic. We've got to bring some cookies down to Uncle Brandon.
That's right.
And so to explain this, because they were delicious, and I did taste a bit of the sea salt.
They're my favorite cookies, and I knew that they actually wouldn't be your favorite cookies, surprisingly enough. They have shortbread and sea salt in them.
Yeah.
And it's a different texture. It's still soft, but it's not a normal doughy texture. There's shortbread and there's sea salt, and it is dark chocolate. It's 60% cacao. It's
Cacao.
dark chocolate that's used, but it's the sea salt and the shortbread, and it's a recipe she got from somewhere else. But they're completely homemade. They're not out of a box anywhere. They're my favorite cookie, and the reason I like them is that out of the oven, they're amazing, yes. But do they hold up from a consistency standpoint 3 days later? Yes, they do.
Wow.
That makes a great cookie. But the shortbread, dark chocolate, sea salt combo, not one you see a lot in the chocolate chip cookie.
That's
it's delicious.
right. That's right. It was very good. I would encourage you maybe do a little experimenting at home.
Take
would
the
love
day.
If you're going to make cookies today, please holler at us on the social medias. I believe it's at Take the Day Off Podcast.
That's a long one.
What is it?
At Take the Day Off Podcast? Is that what it is?
Yeah. I think so. We'll make sure we have it by tomorrow, but just find us on the socials. Just search for us, Take the Day, and you'll find us. And please just send us some pictures of some of the cookies that you're making to celebrate this day. That would be amazing.
Come on.
Tomorrow, if you are wanting to get in on the action, be thinking about this. Maybe join Bramble Jam Plus, send in your answer. The question of the day for tomorrow, and it's an interesting one. I don't know what tomorrow's day is, but here's the question. How would you describe your dog's work ethic? How would you describe your dog's work ethic?
What?
We'll get to those tomorrow. We'll talk a bit about why that is the question for tomorrow's day. A good reason to take the day off. I think that's it. Like us on the YouTube, subscribe so you can watch us, or on the Apple Podcast, leave a review. That would mean a lot. It would go a long way. And every day we do end the Balaha Q.
Balaha Q?
Chris Palaha, our good friend,
barbecue.
Our good friend Chris Palaha, who you will see in the upcoming Wonder Woman movie whenever that comes out
next year.
He has sent us a bunch of haikus, and it's how we're going to end every day because I think it's a good way to start the day to inspire us to go and make some cookies. We will be back tomorrow. Until then, take the day off, everybody.
Don't feed your anger. Let the ghosts that haunt you go. There's no time for them. Have a great day.
Bramble, so take the day off. A Bramble Jam podcast produced by Brandon Gray. For more information, go to BrambleJamPodcast.com. It's produced live at Bramble Jam Podcast Studios. Email Bran at BrambleJamPodcast.com or Dan at BrambleJamPodcast.com for more information.